What does it take to become a pro trader? Before we get into this information, before we dive into the 4 levels that you see here in this target graphic above my head, I want you to go at this information with an open mind. Really keep, the thought that closed-mindedness is what leads to traders ending their career early. If you cannot, always be receptive to new information, to new ways of thinking, you're eventually going to plateau. And with today's video, with some of this new information that I promise you've never heard it this way before, you need to be willing to let that information in and soak it in like a sponge. So before we even talk about this slide that's in front of us, let's agree. We're going to go at this with an open mind. So level 1, like I said already, this is where 60% of the traders are going to drop out. I think you have majority of traders here coming in, testing it out. They're looking for a quick buck. They have no risk management. They're not using any clearly defined entry signals. They don't really know what they're doing. They're dazed by the potential for the dollars, right? They're dazed with the idea of the money that they could make. And we've all been there. And like I said, this is where about 6 out of 10 traders will either stay or quit before their trading career is done. So they never make it to level 2. And the reason for that is because they lack commitment. They lack the discipline that's required to maybe see this a little bit further. They actually aren't even looking for an education because they're so blinded by the dollars. The reasons that I think people fail and just drop out of level 1 are mainly because of confusion. They get overwhelmed, right? They have a lack of commitment, like I said, and they don't see the value in it in the long term. They're not being guided correctly. So when you're thinking about this, if you're a trader and you're just watching it and you're like, am I in level 1? Think about it. Are you trading with no risk management? Are you trading without a plan? Are you focused just on dollars, not even percents or pips? Do you even know how to calculate pips? Or are you just clicking buy and sell because you like looking at candlesticks? Those are the questions you want to ask yourself when you're in level 1 if you're really trying to take this seriously and push forward into level 2. Now, when we discuss level 2, as you can see, we're moving towards the center of the circle. This is going to be about 25% of the trading community that's left. So now we're getting even smaller here. You can see just a smaller percentage of the people that enter the market overall will make it into level 2. These are the people that are really interested in the market. They're seeing the value in trading as a whole, as an industry, but they're still lacking a system that fits them. They might win a couple trades here, but then the losers still come back in because maybe they're not following the plan. They don't have the plan yet. It's not 100% solid, or they're still looking at dollars. And I think a big tell for a level 2 trader when I see somebody who's struggling, they'll talk to me about social media. They're looking at other traders. They're wondering about other courses. They're looking for all these other things rather than searching for the answers within. And that's how I know people are stuck in level 2. So what do you do to push through level 2? Well, you focus on you. You stay within. You say, look, I can find a strategy that I like, and I'm not going to worry about what so-and-so is doing on Instagram. I'm not going to worry about what so-and-so is showing me on this YouTube ad. I'm just going to focus on me, and I'm going to build a system, and I'm going to work a system that fits my characteristics. Like I said, most people that enter trading will never make it into level 2. Think about that. So if you're a level 2 trader, you're already past the majority of people. Now, when we talk about these levels and as we start to really detail them, you're going to say, well, some of my areas, Austin, I feel like I'm a level 1 trader, but some areas I'm a level 3 trader. Like, how do I get all of my trading, issues basically pulled into one level? I'm going to talk about that at the end of the presentation, but let's move into level 3 now. So what does this circle look like? Well, number 1, it's smaller because this is just about 10% of the remaining trading community. And really at this point, when you're a level 3 trader, you understand how to win. And I think that that's a big tell for a level 3 trader. But what they still don't understand is how to win over the long term. You can win a trade. You can identify a breakout. You can identify, proper technical analysis, a proper risk reward setup. You understand how to do lot sizes. You understand the system behind it, all of that stuff, the probabilities behind it. You understand all of that, but you can't string it together all the time. Now, like I told you, the level 2 traders are the social media guys. The level 3 traders, the people that get stuck here and either move back to level 2 or can't get into level 4, these are the people that are staring at dollars too much. They're looking at the P&L too much. They're focused on the dollar return, not the percentage return. And it's getting them caught up. They're either over leveraging after a good week of trading, a good week of patience, they get heavy in one trade and it burns them. Or they're just chasing dollars, and if they lose a trade, they immediately look for another opportunity, even if it isn't as good, because they want to make that money back. So when I see people chasing trades, if they have a system and I'm like, hey, tell me about your entry, and they can give me details, if you can give me details on your entry, but you can't string wins together over a long run, I would tell you you're probably getting caught up on the dollars. And you'll probably agree with me when we really look at it. You'll say, look, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I did great, but then Friday comes and I'm lost almost. It's like you forget the whole plan. That's level 3 trading. So when you think about some of your characteristics, if you're struggling right now and you're like, look, my entry systems are on point, like I know how to exit, but I just can't string it together. What am I doing wrong? Really look at yourself. Are you looking at the P&L too much? Are you staring at the dollars too much? Are you setting weird financial goals that you think you deserve from the market? Those are the things that are killing level 3 traders. Let go of those financial goals. Let go of them. That'll push you into level 4. Now, level 4, you can see it's that small white circle in the center right there. This is less than 5% of the trading community. These are people that have confidence and belief in the plan. They don't feel FOMO. They don't worry about missing trades. And we're grateful. We're focused on opportunity of abundance. We're aware that, look, I might miss a trade. I might leave money on the table, but I know an entry, I know an exit, and I know how to win over the long period of time. And as long as I have that, the market's going to do whatever it's going to do. We're going to leave money on the table. We're going to miss trades. It's fine. I know when I can trade and I know when I don't need to trade. And I know that if I'm trading and I'm making these good decisions that are backed by this plan, then I'm going to win over the long term and I'm going to pull in good money. That's what a level 4 trader is. So you'll say, Austin, what am I doing if I feel like some of my characteristics are level 4? Like my entries are so solid. Like I know what I'm doing, but I can't manage. I can't manage to trust myself that I'm going to do this consistently. I would say look at yourself. Maybe you're looking at other traders too much on social media. Or if you're a little bit deeper than that and you're not really worried about other people, what are you looking at for yourself? Are you setting weird financial goals for yourself that are blocking you off? Because once you push into level 4, you guys have to understand, more financial abundance comes to you more than ever before because you've now reached a new level of understanding. And I see a lot of people, and you guys know this, there's people that will literally create accounts to go and report people and try to find scams and put out this negative energy into the world. And I am just so against that. I don't care what anybody else is doing. I'm focused on abundance for me. And that's what I want to share with you. I want you to just be focused on you. Take care of yourself. Focus on the balance that you are bringing into your life. The market is going to pay you back in droves. It's going to take care of you more than you could imagine if you can put yourself into level 4, if you can force yourself into level 4. So let's review the levels one more time just so we're all on the same page. Level 1, like I said, this is where you don't know what you don't know. You're completely undereducated, just running blind through the market, click and buy and sell with having very little direction. For those of us that have been there, we understand that it's frustrating, and I can relate to that because I remember when I started what that felt like. You can then push through if you're determined enough and if you really search for the information, or if you find somebody like me, to level 2, which is where you realize that you know nothing and that you need a solid system, that this market is complicated, that it does have a lot of details into it that require practice and require a system. So if you grasp that, you might be able to move through, and I say might because, again, we're getting into a smaller population of traders. You might be able to move into level 3, which is where you're good at the system, you understand the system, you can execute the system, but you're not great at it. You're not confident in yourself enough to really level up, to size up, to go full time, so you're just good, not great. And again, a smaller population even, less than 5% of everybody that even starts trading will take it to level 4, which is where you can do it in your sleep, you can start to teach it to other people, you can explain it very easily, you know it like it's the back of your hand.